I've spent countless hours researching and finding the 10 most useful and mind-blowing AI tools of 2023 that have the potential to completely revolutionize the way that we live. With the somewhat recent release of ChatGPT, there have been loads and loads of new applications coming to the surface that can do all sorts of crazy things. These tools have the ability to help you start your own business, become more productive, get things done 5 times faster, and some of these tools even allow you to have a little bit of fun along the way. Now, before we get into this video, I'd highly appreciate it if you could drop a like. This video took tons of hours of research, editing, and filming, so any feedback would be appreciated. Now, without further ado, let's jump into these 10 astonishing AI tools. Have you ever wanted to use ChatGPT while being on the go? Well, then this first AI tool is for you. And this one is one of my personal favorites. That's why I put it high on the list so you guys would not miss it. So the first AI tool on my list is Merlin. Merlin is super easy to install, and I'm going to show you how to install it and use it a little bit deeper later on. But first, I want to scroll down and show you some of the use cases for it so you can get an idea of what it actually does. So first, it can effortlessly summarize your content on any website. So basically, you can highlight any post or any article, and when you hit your hotkey to activate Merlin, you can tell Merlin to summarize this text. And just like ChatGPT would do, it will summarize what you have selected. Next, when you scroll down, this is a game changer. So it can master complex Excel or Google Sheet formulas and codes. So if you use Excel or Google Sheets a lot, then this would be a great extension for you because it can quickly type in codes based on your specific spreadsheet. And the cool thing about this is that it is personalized, so it's like you have a personal assistant helping you write your code at all times. Another thing it can do is effortlessly write professional email replies, and this one has been a beautiful thing to have on my computer. Whenever I'm surfing through emails and I see these long messages I have to reply to, I'll tell Merlin to reply to this email in a friendly manner, and I will review the text, and if it looks good to send off, then I will send it off. So this has been a big time saver, and it keeps me off of my email list as much. Now, there is a ton of other use cases. You can check these out for yourself. But now I'm going to show you how to download, install, and use Merlin. So when you want to start using Merlin, step number 1 is to go to their website, and when you hit add to Chrome, your Google Chrome accounts will pop up, and just sign in to whatever Chrome account you are currently using. After you sign in, you'll be brought to the Chrome Web Store, and this will say add to Chrome. It says add to Brave because I'm on a different browser right now, but hit this blue button and hit add extension. Next, it will bring you to this welcome page and show you how to use it here. First off, what I like to do is go up in the upper right-hand corner and pin this to my pinned extensions. So now you can kind of practice using it with this text that they've given to you below. You can highlight this text, and down in the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to see that the default hotkey is Control M, but this can be changed later. Control M for me is kind of a stretch, so I like changing it to Control Shift X. I don't know why, that's just how I remember using it. So if you do want to change your hotkey shortcut to get to Merlin, all you have to do is go up to your pinned icon and hit change shortcut. And here you'll find all of your Chrome extensions. But here, when you find Merlin, you can change this to whatever you want. So you can just type out your shortcut. I'm going to change it to Control Shift X. And now it should save automatically when you X out of this extensions tab. Refresh the page. And now after I highlight this text, my new hotkey will come up. And once I hit Control Shift X, Merlin will pop up asking, what do you want to do with this selected text? I'm going to ask Merlin to write an email reply to this text. And as you can see, it'll generate a nice little email response for me to write. But let's go to a longer article and really see what this is about. So I found this article on a cryptocurrency, and what I'm going to do is use Merlin on this website. So what I'm going to do is highlight this text right here, and I'm going to hit my hotkey, Control Shift X, and now Merlin's going to pop up. So I can type out, write me a summary for this text. I'm going to hit enter. And as you can see, Merlin wrote out an entire summary of what this was about. It tells what this text discusses and so much more. So I'm sure you can start to see the power of Merlin, and I'm sure that you are already getting ideas of how you can use it in your day-to-day life. That is why it is one of my personal favorite tools, is because I can just use it every day whenever I need it. And it's like having ChatGPT on the go, but you don't have to open another tab. And overall, it's just a great extension. I haven't even touched into the Google Sheet codes, but I'm sure that could be very good for my financial database, and I'm very excited to keep on using Merlin. Have you ever actually wondered what is being said in terms of service and privacy policies, but you just don't really feel like reading it? Or maybe you even have a legal document that you just don't understand. Well, that is where AI tool number 2 comes in, Legalese Decoder. And Legalese Decoder, when I came across it, I was pretty amazed after trying it out for a few minutes. What Legalese Decoder does is it turns legal documents in terms of services into plain English, and it helps you understand it in a way that actually makes sense to the common human brain. So I'm going to show you a quick example. Over here I have Google's terms and services, and a lot of this is all caps. It's kind of, it just looks pretty boring to read. So what I'm going to do is copy this all capital section because it looks like a bunch of big words and I don't really feel like reading it, right? So I'm going to copy this, I'm going to head over to Legalese, and I'm going to paste it right here. Now this isn't necessarily a legal document, but it can translate complicated text like this as well. So when you hit translate, it's going to say, please wait a moment, and it will provide you with a little description, and it actually makes sense. It did this very fast. It's completely free. You can subscribe to Pro to upload longer documents, but if you just want to see something in your everyday life, like what are you agreeing to when you're checking that little box to download an app, or anything of that matter, then this is a great tool for you. You can paste in your text and you can read about it in something that actually makes sense. Now, this is a very cool tool, and the fact that it's free is pretty awesome. And it will start to make you think, could lawyers eventually be replaced by artificial intelligence? Let me know what you think in the comments. I think eventually it definitely could, but as of right now, I still think that there is a very big need for lawyers, and I don't think it's at the capacity right now to completely replace lawyers. If you've ever struggled with content creation or you want to start creating content, then AI tool number 3 is a great spot to start. So AI tool number 3 is Runway, and they claim to be the next generation content creation suite. And let me tell you from personal experience and personal use, it is pretty sweet. No pun intended. So the very cool thing about Runway is they allow for a free trial. So I've already logged in, but after you sign up, you'll be brought to a dashboard, and it looks something like this. You can see all of your projects that you've started, and you can really get down a nice workflow for if you are creating content. But the very cool thing is when you go to AI Magic Tools, you can see all of what they offer, 30 plus content creation tools. And let me tell you, some of them are very, very cool. One that I've just found amazing, I've seen it done on other videos too, so I want to show you this one, is InPainting. Now, InPainting is wild. It can take out any subject completely from a video, and it will stay out of the video the entire time, and it will replace the background for you. Now, this is very, very cool. Now, it says it's still in beta, but so far I haven't seen many mistakes, so I'm going to go to some of the demo assets, and I'm going to do this day tripping one. I'm going to drag it out onto the timeline. Once it's on the timeline, you can hit your space bar and play the video. And let's say I don't want this trash can in here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go back to the beginning of this video, and I'm going to just click and drag. It doesn't have to be that pretty. Over the trash can. I'm going to outline it first and then color it in like so. And now when I let go, what it's going to do is say InPainting, and it's going to load an entire new video with the trash can not there, and I can play it, and as you can see, the trash can has just disappeared completely, and it's replaced the background right there. So it's not perfect. There are a few glitches still, but the power of this is amazing because it has to go frame by frame and replace the background all within about 5 seconds. So now let's try to crop out this person in this demo asset. Now I'm not sure how this is going to work. Let's hope it works well, but I'm just going to crop this person out. Okay, we are done, and now it is going to load a new video without her. I'm not sure how this is going to look. I think this would actually work better with a still background if you didn't want something in the background and you were doing a talking video like I am, but as you can see, the shadow is still there, but we're gonna hit play, and it's doing a pretty good job. It's a little blurry and the shadow is still there, but that's my fault because I didn't crop out the shadow. Now that's pretty amazing. They're talking to a ghost. Okay, so this is powerful. It's still in beta. This is one of my favorite tools on Runway that I've seen people use and that I've personally used, but they have tons of other stuff too. They have an erase and replace, so you can replace it with different images. They have a backdrop remix, so you can add a completely different backdrop to a scene, and they've got tons of other things. Let's try text to 3D texture now. And I'm just going to type in what it wants me to type in here as the example. So I'm just going to type in pebbles texture. And it looks like it is generating a 3D texture for me. So I'm not really sure what the use case for this is, but it's a pretty cool tool. And I'm sure that there are people out there that need stuff like this. And as you can see, it's giving me this nice little stone texture. And I can drag it around with my mouse and throw it. It's kind of interesting just to mess around with. And it looks like I can change some of the lighting over here, make that a little brighter. Change the directional light. Change the tiling. That's kind of interesting. I can change the thing to a sphere. That'll mess with your head. An image. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You can generate images like this, and if you need a background or something, then you can customize it, which is very, very neat. So I've just showed you 2 of the 30 plus tools in this content creation suite. You can generate portraits, you can generate animals, you can remove backgrounds, go text to image, sort of like DALL-E 2. There's really so much you can do, and I'm excited to use this suite for future content. Have you ever wanted to start a business, but the logo and the branding and all of that stuff to get started was kind of holding you back? Well, look no further, because AI tool number 4 will take care of your branding and logo needs in a matter of seconds. AI tool number 4 is Looka. So when you get to Looka's homepage, as you can see, all of these examples were designed with Looka, and they are pretty good. I mean, you'd have to pay somebody decent money to get your branding looking like this, and you can use their AI-powered platform to design a logo and build a brand you love. So after you type in your email and hit get started, it's going to run you through a couple of questions in order to get to know your industry. It's going to ask you for some colors, and it just wants to know a little bit more about the business you want to start. So I'm going to type in consulting. Let's say I want to start a consulting business. I'm going to hit continue. And now it's going to give you some inspirations for what do you like, what kind of styles are you going for. So now you can go through here and pick some logos that you like. I kind of like this Saving Grace logo. I kind of want it to be clean. I don't really want much graphics. I like Circle Flow. Circle Flow looks very nice. I like this Dreamery logo. It adds a little moon for the dream. I think that's pretty unique. And lastly, let's just say Vessel Yoga. I kind of like that one. And now I can hit continue since I've picked 4 logos I like. And now if you want to, it's going to ask you to pick some colors, but you can skip this as well, and they will generate what they think looks good. I kind of want to go with a grayscale. It's elegant, it's luxury, it speaks kind of what I want for my brand, so I'm going to go with grayscale. And now I'm going to hit continue. Here you can add your company name and a slogan. Now, I'm sure that there are other AI tools out there to help you find your company name. I haven't seen any yet, but I'm pretty positive that there are some out there. So you could almost really have this full process done for you. But I'm going to enter my company name now. My company name is going to be Drake Consulting, very basic, but I'm going to leave the slogan empty and hit continue. And now it's going to ask you to pick some symbol types. So I'm assuming that the logo is based on what some of these are. So if I want to start a consulting business, obviously I want to pick consulting. I think part of consulting is growing the clients that sign up for your consulting. So I'm going to pick growth. I think growth is always important. And I'm also going to pick consultant. And maybe I want this to be geared towards innovation. I can hit continue. And now they are going to generate some logos. And as you can see, it populated so quickly, and it's giving me all of these branding and logo packs. And you can even load more. This is absolutely wild. You can generate your entire brand that quick. And even if you don't use this exact stuff, you can draw inspiration from this, and now you have a really good base of what you want to do for your business. When you click into it and hit customize, it's going to load, and it's going to take you to the editor so you can edit certain elements of it as shown. It's going to give you little mock-ups and give you brand essentials, so this is wild. And for something like branding, it takes so much creative power for somebody to come up with this, and oftentimes it takes months when you're trying to come up with your branding. I remember at the company that I work for, we were doing a rebrand, and it took 7 months. And Looka just did an entire branding session within about 45 seconds, and it's going to give you all of these different templates. So this is awesome, but it gives you modern suggestions over here. You can change what suggestions you want. Let's say I want it to be sophisticated, and now variations are loading that are similar to this, but are sophisticated. And this just looks beautiful. It's going to give you a little business card here, and there's so many more marketing essentials here. This is awesome. So this is just touching the surface of what Looka can do. You can use it for so many more things in your brand, and you could literally get an entire branding guide in a matter of 5 minutes. Have you ever wanted to create a course on a certain topic, or maybe you even learn better from using a course, but maybe you can't find one on the topic that you want to learn about? AI tool number 5 is called Tutor AI. This AI tool lets you learn anything at all with fun, interactive courses, and you can create whatever course you want on whatever topic you want to. So this is very cool. I'm going to jump right in and show you how to use it and show you some examples. So Tutor AI is very simple, and before you start using it, you're going to want to sign in the upper right hand corner, which I've already done, but the sign up process is pretty much like anything that you've done before. You're prompted with this box, sort of like ChatGPT, except it just says, what do you want to learn about? And you can do this on pretty much any topic, which makes it very cool. It can be pretty niche, or it can be broad. So to start, let's say I want to learn about landmarks in Eastern Europe or something like that. So I'm going to type in landmarks in Eastern Europe. And now I'm just going to hit enter. And what it's going to do is say loading modules. And this is going to be loading course modules from my prompt. So as you can see, now I have 4 modules here that it's loaded up, and it says choose your module. What I want to do is, you can see the headers here kind of give the general overview of what that course is about. I want to do cultural landmarks in Eastern Europe. So I'm going to tap this box, and now it's going to prepare this module, and it's going to explore the cultural landmarks of Eastern Europe. And as you can see, before I'm even done talking, it has prompted me with 5 lessons, and I can check these off when I'm done. I can hit start lesson, I can start wherever. And the very cool thing that I haven't even mentioned yet is it gives you personalized quizzes in there, so that your learning is taken to the test and you can take quizzes on what you've read. So this is very neat. So I'm gonna hit start lesson on Introduction to Eastern Europe. So I can read about Eastern Europe here, and when I'm done, you'll see this Go Deeper section. Here, I can either simplify this, show me examples, take a quiz, or ask a question. So this is almost like having a teacher teaching the course with you. So I'm going to hit simplify, and what this is going to do is just simplify this for me down here. And you can hit mark complete, but let's say I wanted to test my learning. Did I gain anything from reading this? Well, I can hit quiz, and it's going to generate a question for me to see if I actually read this paragraph, which I haven't. So I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say it's cultural festivals, and it's wrong. I didn't even read the question, so that was probably my first problem, and it's all of the above. So after I've graded this correctly, I've tested my knowledge, I've went back and I've read all this, I've taken notes, then I can go down here and hit mark complete. And now the first lesson of this module is done for cultural landmarks in Eastern Europe. And you can keep on going through this list, and it can literally be on any topic. So this is a very cool way to learn any sort of information that you want. And I think that this has a very bright future, because eventually I'm sure that you're going to be able to start creating your own courses, and that this information will go a lot deeper, and it will have more than 5 lessons within each module. It's a fun way to learn, and I love how it's utilizing this AI technology for good. AI tool number 6 allows you to type in a prompt and generate a graphic with your prompt. I know this sounds pretty similar to DALL-E 2, but the cool thing about this one is it allows you to join a community and see what people are typing and putting in their prompts live. AI tool number 6 is called Blue Willow. And another great thing about Blue Willow is it's user-friendly and accessible to everyone. So when you hit join the beta, it will invite you to their Discord server, and when you join their Discord server, it will look something like this. And this server is growing every day, so there's no telling on how long it will be free. Last time I saw how many people were in the server, it was at 91,000, and it is now at 128,000, so this thing is growing rapidly. When you scroll down in all these conversation tabs, you can see all these different branches. You can hit any branch you want to get started, so I'm just gonna hit branch 4. And as you can see, these people are typing in whatever they want to generate all these images. There's a picture of Ryan Gosling here and some ancient Egyptian dragons and such. But now if I want to type my own prompt, I can hit /imagine, and then I'm going to hit this command here, and now I'm going to be allowed to type in a prompt. So let's say I want a giant iPhone in the desert, and then after it you can give it some descriptive words of what you want it to look like. So I'm just going to say 8K 3D render, and I'm going to also say realistic. And now when I hit enter, it's going to say great prompt, we're working on it, stay tuned for the fun images. It's only going to take about 30 seconds to generate. And boom, just like that, the giant iPhone in the desert has generated. So now I can click into these images. I don't know what really happened to this fourth one down here, but it's completely blank, which is fine. Let's say I like image number 3. what I can do is hit V3, and what it's going to do is generate me different versions based on number 3. So there it goes, it's generated these 4 different versions, and this one I like the best, I think, number 4. It's pretty clear. So when you find a version you like, you can hit U, which I think stands for upscale, and it will make it a little bit better quality, and it will scale it up so you can actually save the image. So I'm going to hit U4, and in a couple of seconds, it's going to generate a bigger version of that image, as shown here, and now I can just save this image to my gallery and I can use it wherever. This iPhone looks very interesting. I will admit they put the camera down by the speakers and the iPhone text looks like a different language. But yeah, this is Blue Willow. It generates AI images and you can go see everyone's prompts for inspiration, and there's tons of different stuff you can do with this. Have you ever wanted to start a blog, or maybe you need inspiration for writing copy for your marketing? Well, I found an AI-powered copywriter that generates high-quality text that converts very well. This tool is called Copy AI. After signing into Copy AI, you will be brought to this beautiful dashboard, and it can really keep all of your projects and all of your text in one place. So you can designate folders for certain projects. Let's say you do a seasonal blog. Well, maybe you could have a folder for winter, spring, summer, and fall. Or maybe you have different marketing projects that you're working on. You can organize it into folders. And what I really like about this is it's super powered toward your copy. So they give you plenty of tools in different variations over here. They give you ideas. And some of this is still in beta, but for the most part, it works very well. So look at all these digital ad copy variations they give you. Facebook headlines, descriptions, primary text, ad copy, and this is just getting started. So they have plenty of stuff for all your advertising and all your blog needs. If I hit create new project here, it's going to ask me questions that it knows will generate high converting results. So it's going to walk you through a step-by-step process in order to help you generate the best copy. Let's say I've just designed a new water bottle and it's for people who go to the gym. So let's say I want it to blend everything on the go, sort of like BlendJet does, and I want this to be a high luxury item. So I'm going to go through and come up with my fake product and describe my fake product and choose a tone for my fake product, and then we are going to watch the magic happen when I hit create content. This is going to generate me a product description that I can use for my website, for my advertising, or for anywhere else that I put the product. So now I'm going to hit create content, and in a matter of seconds, as it usually does, it's going to magically create this product description, and it's going to give you multiple to choose from. And you can also hit make more, and it goes to the style and the tone of which you've chosen. So all of these different descriptions are being geared toward the client that you want. If I want a luxury client and I entered the luxury tone, then that's the tone that these will be written in. So if you see one you like, you can go through here and you can save it. You can also get different variations by hitting more like this. And some might say you can do this in ChatGPT, but if you are into copywriting and copywriting is your thing, then might as well get this beautiful dashboard and utilize some of these folders and organize your projects in a way that makes sense to you so it's not all lumped up into that ChatGPT system. So if you're into copywriting, Copy.ai is a very, very good tool for you. So these next 3 AI tools are going to be a little bit more on the fun side and things that you can mess around with if you're bored, but also I do think that they all have a very bright future, and I think that they are just getting started. Have you ever had a 2D image that you wanted to be 3D and make it move around for cool elements? Well, you're in luck because LeiaPix Converter now converts 2D elements into 3D masterpieces. This one I'm personally super excited for because as a web designer and a video editor, the ability to be able to create 3D elements within a matter of seconds would be absolutely insane. So once you're on LeiaPix's website, you can sign in, and now you can hit upload, and it's as simple as that to start creating your 3D elements. So I'm going to hit upload, and I'm going to upload an AI picture of me. And as it's loading in, you can see that it's already starting to move. The cool thing is they have certain features over here that you can mess with. So you can mess with the animation length. The animation length, the longer it is, the slower the movement will be. So as you can see at 6 seconds, it's a little bit more subtle of a movement. And if you go down to 2 seconds, for example, I'm moving a lot more. Let's go to 1 second. So now my head is really spinning. I'm going to go to animation style, and this is the way that my head here is spinning, or the object is spinning. You can go horizontal, so I'll just kind of be shaking my head no. I can go vertical, so I'm shaking my head yes. You can go a tall circle, or you can go a normal circle. You can do a wide circle, like we were on before, and I'm kind of moving my head in this wide circle. Now I got this AI picture when my hair was very curly. It doesn't currently look like that, but it really did at a time. And now you can choose the amount of motion as well. So if I go more, I am really shaking my head yes. And as you can see, it's very cool. It adds certain elements that make it look 3D. Like it gives me that back shoulder and a little bit more hair on the back of my head. And it looks like this is a 3D object moving out of this picture now. You can also adjust the focus point. I personally haven't messed with the depth map yet, but there are so many things you can do here. And when you're ready to save your 3D element or share it anywhere, you can hit the share button and it's going to give you a lot of options to save it. You can save it as a Facebook 3D even, that would be kind of cool. You can save it as a GIF. So this could be really good if you are a web designer and want quick 3D GIFs or 3D elements on the website. You can save it as a GIF. And then you have this moving element that wasn't moving before, and it's very, very quick to set up. So this one, I hope to have a bright future, and I hope eventually that I can move my head around and that I can turn it around completely 3D. That would be awesome. So you've seen how to create pictures with artificial intelligence like DALL-E 2, or Midjourney, Blue Willow, as shown earlier in the video, but what about videos? Now, videos seem a little bit more complicated. Pictures, you can generate a picture, but videos are thousands and thousands of pictures put together in a sequence moving frame by frame, so this is a little bit more complicated. AI tool number 9 is called Kyber. And Kyber is still in beta, but I think it has a very bright future, and I've been playing around with it, and I love using it. So when you do log into Kyber, you'll be brought to this little dashboard, and you can hit create video to get started. And here it will allow you to upload an image, which is optional. This will be an image for inspiration. You can go down to your settings and you can change the duration of the video, but do keep in mind that when you do change the duration of the video, the cost of the video does go up, which is understandable. It's a little bit more taxing on the server and it requires more power in order to generate a longer video. You can change the aspect ratio here. And here is where the real magic happens. So when you want to select a subject for your video, you can hit select a subject. And what it's going to do here on the right is give you a couple of examples that you can use, but you can also type your own. When you're done typing in your subject, you can go to select a style, and you can select one of these multiple styles, or there are plenty of styles to choose from outside of just these, so you can type your own style. And when you have everything done and your settings are okay, then you can hit generate preview frames, and what it's going to do is generate you a video. I'll show you an example video of one that I did earlier. I told Kyber to generate heaven in the style of a 3D rendering. So when you click into this, you can see that it's crafted this beautiful image, almost like a GIF with a rotating earth up top. This building is changing. If you look in the bottom left here, people are walking around. It's almost like this building is evolving over time. You have the ability to download the video, you can remove the watermark, you can share the video, and this is another one of those tools that I am super excited for the future of. These renders turn out very awesome, and I'm excited to see what they have in store. Have you ever woke up from a long night of slumber and you've wondered, why did I just have that dream? That dream was so odd, I don't know what it means. Well, fear no longer, because AI tool number 10, Dream Interpreter AI, is here to save the day. When you open the website, you'll see this very simple web page. You can't even scroll on it. Here is a box where you can enter your dream. So the other night, I had a dream, I don't know why. I was driving a golf cart. When I was on that golf cart, I fell into a nearby pond. I drove off the edge on accident and I accidentally fell into a nearby pond. But as soon as I hit the water, it bounced me back up onto land. And I woke up and I was very confused. Had I had Dream Interpreter AI with me in that moment, I could have checked my dream right then and there. But now I'm going to check, what does that dream mean? So I've typed in my dream. I was driving a golf cart and accidentally drove it into a pond. As soon as I hit the water, it bounced me back onto land. Very weird dream. I have no idea why I had it, but I'm about to find out why I had it. I'm going to hit interpret dream, and now it's going to generate this prompt here. This dream could symbolize taking a wrong turn in life and feeling like you're in over your head, but eventually finding your way back to solid ground. Alternatively, it could be a warning to be more careful in your pursuits. So this is a very interesting interpretation, and this would make me dive a little deeper and think, am I in over my head in any situations in my life, or do I need to be more careful in my pursuits? So this is a very interesting tool, and it kind of makes you think about your dreams a little bit more, and it's just fun to mess around with to see what your dreams could potentially mean. If you are wondering, what do my dreams mean? Maybe head over to Dream Interpreter AI and see if you can get some insight in your life to what are your dreams trying to tell you. If you've enjoyed these 10 mind-blowing AI tools that I've shared with you in this video, please drop a like, it would be highly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you never miss a new video. I will see you in the next one.